Hello, my audience. I'm reviewing Wonder Woman 1984, sequel to Wonder Woman movie with Gal Gadot. This movie sucked. I only had 1 hour and 14 minutes to go. I got only halfway through the movie, so I'm giving it a 1 out of 10 because I couldn't finish it. And I choose not to torture myself more than watching more than half through the movie. I can safe to say this movie's garbage of a script. With too many new characters and one recurring character from the old one, and it doesn't see Gal Gadot and Steve Trevor. But yeah, he doesn't get his old body back. He's possessing a guy of the living body somehow with magic of a monkey's paw. The MacGuffin's called. I shit you not. This is the movie. The movie doesn't even realize it's a stupid comedic movie, so it's trying to play itself seriously as possible. Not aware that the movie's a joke of a script. Wonder Woman 1984 is that bad of a movie, of a sequel. This is official. The worst movie sequel I've ever seen in my fucking life, I think, is Wonder Woman 1984. For a comic book movie or any movie sequel. You know how you didn't think Speed 2 could be, we couldn't get lower than Speed. I remember there was a time when I thought Speed 2 was the worst sequel of all time. But boy, was I a foolish, naive prick back then. Before I saw Wonder Woman 1984 that changed my foolish ways of thinking. So what? Speed 2 sucked. At least it had constant action thrown at you and over the top villain played by Willem Dafoe. So what? The plot was idiotic, didn't make any sense. And the movie took place on a boat instead of something that generally should go fast in real life, you know? At least it have very impractical actions that were at least imaginative and they're completely directed, Speed 2. And I can do that with Sandra Bullock. Watch Speed 2 of Wonder Woman 1984. At least Speed 2 is a watchable movie. Wonder Woman 1984, I'm just going to call it like it is. It's just unwatchable prick movie. It's a piece of shit. This movie was awful. Garbage. Hogwash. Bunch of made up mumbo jumbo. That just happens to have Wonder Woman's name attached to it, the plot of the movie. What is the thing that this has to do with Wonder Woman from the comics? I'm not so sure. They even give a fuck. The creators of the sequel. This is so stupid, this movie. I remember when I thought Linda, the one, you know, the 70s Wonder Woman movie that was that had a blonde girl play Wonder Woman and they couldn't get the costume even right. Alternate changed the costume from a different thing that's in any of the comic book panels. You know the blonde girl that played Wonder Woman? I enjoyed that portrayal of Wonder Woman, and I thought before Wonder Woman 1984, we couldn't get much worse from a Wonder Woman portrayal for being unfaithful and being cheap entertainment and a loose adaptation. I was thinking we're not ever going to get a looser adaptation of Wonder Woman than the more that's worse than the one from the 70s with the or is it the 60s came out? It was a pilot on a pilot movie length, and it had blonde girl play one. Couldn't get the. It wasn't Linda Carter. It was a different girl, a blonde girl that played Wonder Woman, and she was blonde playing Wonder Woman, and they couldn't even get the costume right, the iconic costume from the comic panels right. They changed everything visually on her costume. You know, I didn't think we could get a looser adaptation of Wonder Woman than that movie, but before Wonder Woman was Gal Gadot sequel to Wonder Woman, then when I saw Wonder Woman 1984, I realized, my God, I've gone insane. No, wait, that's just the movie that's gone insane. Of Wonder Woman 1984, the plot. How they lost the narrative. I don't even know what the narrative is in Wonder Woman 1984. Other than Monkey's Paw. MacGuffin. That's a magic monkey paw. If you wish on it. I wonder who came up with the script. Do you think whoever came up with the script might need some psychological help? The plot to Wonder Woman 1984? I think so. I think they need to check themselves in a loony bin. Because the plot to Wonder Woman is like, well, it's not as bad as Lady in the Water, so much as worse than M. Night Shyamalan's Lady in the Water movie. I think this was worse than Lady in the Water and made less sense. Not explaining the world building and shit. And the plot of the movie is this cookie crumble shit. Crap. As bad as Lady in the Water. I give Wonder Woman 1984 a 2 out of 10. It sucked that much. As a if I saw the whole movie, I would give it a 2 out of 10, but since I saw half of the movie, I give it a 1 out of 10. Because I didn't watch the whole thing. I give it a 1 out of 10. And I don't want to watch the rest. I suffered enough, simply. Enough. I watched half of the movie, that's good enough. I give this a 1 point out of 10 points. This blew. Worst comic book movie I've ever seen. And the lamest. Most the bizarrest. The fact that it's worse than Lady in the Water is saying something. No comic book movie's ever been that bad in my eye. except this movie. Wonder Woman with Gal Gadot, the sequel, 1984 Wonder Woman movie, sucked balls. It was a slow burn pacing that's just straight up mumbo jumbo, very hogwash shit writing of a script, final draft. This movie was sucked. Everything about this movie was just stupid. I felt like I was going crazy, but then I realized, no, wait, I'm not crazy. The movie's crazy. And psychotic. Delusional. Of a plot. That's my thoughts on Wonder Woman 1984. Like this video. Hit the like button by seeing the thumbs up. Subscribe. Join my subscribers. Goodbye.